Hey, but what's up, UltraMag64 here. And summer is just around the corner, so you know what that means. It's time for another channel update. However, before we get that started, the game you're watching is called Shotgun Legends. It is a Zelda-like game, actually launches today in early access. So if you like what you see, you think it's got potential, then hey, go to the link in the description down below and check it out. Now with May behind us, you may have noticed a few things change around the channel. That's right, I've been streaming a whole lot more. With school out, I finally have a little bit more free time on my hands and I can do more streams. And you know what? It's been great. I've been enjoying it. You guys have been enjoying it. It's really helped the channel overall just be awesome and get more people watching stuff and stuff like that, which is why I've been doing so much of it. Now, I have heard a lot of people complaining that, like, cool, Magnus, I like that you're streaming, but I ain't got time to watch, like, an 11-hour video. Which, yeah, I totally get that. I mean, hey, we don't all have, like, 11 hours to just spare watching a dude do a thing on a video game. I can't blame ya. So, I'm trying to balance, or find a balance, between streaming content and also uploading stuff. I know there for a while I did like a whole week of just non-stop streams, and that was just me just like getting out like, man, I have all this time now and I can stream. I should just stream everything, stream all the things. And yeah, that was really fun, although, you know, it kind of left some people out in the cold, and that's not what I want to do. I want to make sure that everyone is included in this adventure we call YouTubes. So, I'm going to try and find a balance between uploading stuff and streaming stuff. Slowly but surely. I'm also trying to make a schedule, a set schedule of when I stream. So that way people can, like, coherently be like, cool, I know Magnus is streaming today, so I'm gonna go set time away to do that, kind of thing. I'm thinking maybe, like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday type deal, but I don't know. It's just going to depend on my schedule overall. But I feel like that's a good schedule to set by. I don't have exact times because, you know, my life is crazy and I just have, you know, I just stream whenever I can. But anyway, that's kind of my idea for the moment. And I want to get more into streaming and stream more stuff. And speaking of streaming, just so you guys know, I am available on Twitch and YouTube Gaming, along with a newcomer, Mixer. I am now currently on Mixer, and I'm going to be streaming simultaneously between all three platforms. We'll see how that works out, but so far the Twitch and YouTube thing have been great, and I want to give you guys the most options that I have available to me to allow you guys to watch the stream the way you want it. Mixer is kind of Microsoft's answer to Twitch in a lot of ways, but it's more interactive, supposedly. Again, I just made the account before I made this video, so I don't have that good a grasp on a lot of the things Mixer does, and I'm still kind of fumbling around trying to figure things out. So, if you want to check it out, if you're interested in looking into a more interactive platform for your streaming contents and stuff, then maybe take a look at Mixer, see how you like it and whatnot. Worst case scenario, you always got YouTube and Twitch, because I'm still going to be streaming there. So anyway, what happened in May? Well, for starters, we started Persona 5 and did anime. Namely, we just did Persona 5. Literally, that was, my plan flew out the window and I just couldn't stop playing Persona 5. And you guys really seem to enjoy that. So, what I've decided to do is I'm going to continue that past May. Originally, I hadn't planned on continuing Persona 5 after May. I was just going to be like, cool, you know, we finished it, because before they had released the new updated rules and regulations for streaming Persona 5, it was at, like, July, and I was like, cool, probably by the time we get done with May, it'll be July, and I won't be able to stream it anymore anyway, so it's fine. But then they extended the date, and so now it's like, cool, I can actually stream this game almost to completion. Not quite, but I can go way further than I used to be able to. You guys seem to really enjoy Persona 5, so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's keep this thing going. Why not? I love the game. I've expressed this several times throughout the many streams I've done of it. And you guys enjoy it. So, hey, you know what? Why not just make happy together stuff and just do more Persona 5? And so what I've decided to do is turn Monday into Anna Monday. I know that's a weird, stupid name, but hey, you know what? I'm full of weird, stupid names. But that way we can do more anime games. Once we finish Persona 5, I don't exactly know what we're going to get into yet, but I have many anime games planned, like Tokyo Xanadu is coming out this fall for the PS4, and I'm probably going to play that. Disgaea 5 just came out for the Switch. I'm going to probably get that at some point and stream it for you guys, because that game, boy, if you need a time sink, that game is your game right there. 999 level cap. Just think about that, and that's only scratching the surface. Because then you can level down again and start all over again. Just crazy. Crazy amount of content in that game. I'll lose my life. Even more than Persona takes it. But in the meantime, I think in the immediate future, if we finish Persona 5 like next week, which we won't, but if say we did, then I'd probably do like Valkyria Chronicles. That'd probably be something I'd do, because I've been craving a strategy game, and I don't have the money to buy Persona 5 yet, so I'm like, cool, what do I have available in my wheelhouse that I can just be like, cool, let's do that one? And Valkyria is the only thing I can think of that'd be really fun, and plus, I had put out a little video about, like, should I stream Persona 5, and I had gameplay of that in the background, because I just had been playing it, and you guys seem to enjoy the gameplay of that, so I was like, cool, I know I can do that later. So, yeah, I might do that. But in terms of new stuff, we also saw the return, once again, of the My Little Pony game from Gameloft. That came back with a new thumbnail! I updated the thumbnail with the new logo and stuff, so that way, hey, it looks better. I also updated the background and kind of refined the whole thumbnail. I like, did it all. So I don't know if we're gonna stop at 100 or not. I still, like, no one's told me to stop yet, so I'm just like, hey, I guess people just want me to keep going, which, I mean, okay, fine, I can do that. I mean, it's no skin off my bones. But yeah, that's come back with the new Changeling update or whatever, and it's been great. I've been enjoying it more. It's been really fun. Like the UI changes, yada, yada, yada. It's fun. It's great. It's okay. You know, after all the little tiny mini updates we got, I'm glad to see we finally got one that has some actual, like, a little bit bigger content to it. And then another thing we got was my buddy actually sent me Tales of Equestria. I keep wanting to call it Trials of Equestria. I don't know why. But anyway, he sent me Tales of Equestria, the rule book and stuff. And I want to get the full set of that, so that way we can do a Dungeons and Dragons pony thing at some point. Maybe make it a series, I don't freaking know. I don't know how long those campaigns take. Could take hours, could take months, I don't know. But it looks really fun, and I think you guys are going to enjoy that. I don't have, like, a date for that yet. I just wanted to say that I have the book, and I plan on doing something with it in the future at some point. But I have no, like, set date or anything like that of when we're going to do that. We're just it's going to be in the future sometime, so keep your eyes peeled. And another thing that we finished off The Walking Dead: A New Frontier from Telltale, so that's done under our belts. I don't know what I'm going to stream from Telltale next. Maybe Guardians? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure on that one, since it's got a movie license behind it, but at the same time, it's not the movie. It's different. Like, I just don't know. I don't want to get claimed by Disney. But enough talking about the old, let's talk about the new. What's coming up in June? And honestly, June seems to be the month of the fighter, because good gravy, there are a lot of fighting games coming out. For starters, we have Tekken 7 on June 2nd, which is Tekken 7. I mean, I've never been a big Tekken fan, to be honest. I played one way back in the PS2 days, and that was it. I haven't picked it up since. But this one has a Street Fighter character in it. I believe his name is Ornri, I think? I'm not sure. Probably gonna have to put like a text thing at the top and be like, hey, no, it's this thing. But basically, I've heard this thing has a really nice story to it. It's Tekken. It looks good. I mean, again, not very well versed in the Tekken universe. So I mean, probably somebody way more qualified than me can tell you, like, oh man, this is great because it does this, and this, and this character is here. you know, and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I know you guys are very excited for it. I know a couple of you guys have told me, like, man, I can't wait for Tekken 7, which is awesome. I'm glad you guys are, you know, really passionate about Tekken 7. I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't think it's going to be a game that I'm going to enjoy. I'm more looking forward to Them's Fighting Herds and a few other games in the fighting genre. But regardless, I think that Tekken 7 will be fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below how it is. And then on June 6th, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 2, just like I was just talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, so it might be time to jump on that train? I don't know, honestly. Again, gonna have to look into it, but Telltale seems to be, in general, like, really getting better at their releases. It seems like, especially with The Walking Dead, it was like every month or so. I mean, I know they skipped a bit here and there, but once they got started, they kind of were just like, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. Just have them all. They're done. There you go. And so I'm really glad about that. They also updated their graphical engine, so everything's been running a lot smoother, for me at least. I know I've heard a few people complaining about the latest Walking Dead episode, but from my perspective, it seemed like it was good. It was good. And then on the same day, we have Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. Now, I really wish this was a standalone game, because I'm not into the Elder Scrolls Online thing. It's just not my thing. I'm not big on MMOs. But I love Morrowind, and I wish that we'd had an HD remake of Morrowind, because I would have played the heck out of that. I know the mechanics are old and grungy and stuff, but I just really like Morrowind. I do. It's fun. You should totally play it. I think it's like on GOG or something like that. You should totally pick it up. Just keep in mind, it's not Skyrim. And then on June 16th, we have ARMS. Now, I've actually played the global test punch of this with my buddies and stuff, and we actually talked about, you know, our impressions of it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed that roundtable discussion. I think that might be something we need to explore in the future, because, like, that was a really fun way of, like, getting our impressions out and talking about the game and stuff. Might do a podcast. I don't know. That kind of, like, made me like, wow, we could really do, like, maybe a podcast or something like that. Like a YouTube podcast, you know? And then maybe post it up on iTunes. I don't know. It just is gonna depend. I don't know if that's something you guys want me to explore or something like that, but I think that'd be fun. But regardless, ARMS looks really, really cool. I really enjoyed the global test punch. It takes me a bit to wrap my head around the spring mechanics and stuff, and the ability to kind of arc your punches and stuff like that. So it's probably a game I'm gonna have to, like, sit down and play for a bit before I can, like, make a video about it. But from the bit that I played, like the hour-long stretch of gameplay I played, I really enjoyed what I had. And the depth of ARMS is there. I think that there's a lot of depth to the game itself with the different arm types, and then the fact that you can make your arms more powerful by going and getting more of the same arms. So it just looks fun, and I really want to give it more time to really, like, sink its teeth into me, because I think it's got something to it. Whether that thing stays, like, long enough for me to be like, man, I'm playing this for like a year or something like that is yet to be seen, but we'll just have to see. And then on June 23rd, we have Ever Oasis. And Ever Oasis is kind of this little tiny RPG. It's coming out for the 3DS. I wish I could play it on the channel, but unfortunately I don't have a capture unit for the 3DS. Maybe that might be something I need to look into. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, man, the 3DS is kind of sunset. I mean, it's not got that many lives left on it. So it's like, it's kind of all to the Switch now. But it's like, by the same token, it's like, but there's so many good games on the 3DS that I could play. Like Pocket Card Jockey. I love that game. And you guys would love it because it involves little tiny horses running around a track as you play solitaire, and it's really fun. So, I don't know. But, like, the price of a 3DS capture unit is like $230, and I'm like, oh, man, I ain't got that kind of money. So, don't know. But, hey, I got a capture unit for the Switch, so, I mean, that's something, right? Maybe we'll get Pocket Card Jockey 2 on the Switch. That'd be great. I would love that. But, anyway, Ever Oasis is kind of this little tiny RPG. It's set in a desert, and it looks pretty cute. I'm kind of interested in it, but at the same time, I mean, I still haven't picked up Fire Emblem, so it's like, yeah, I don't have any money to buy this game that you have, but I'll definitely keep it on my watch list. And then on June 27th, we have Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. Now, this is a port for the PS4. This was originally a Vita game, which I actually own. And I really enjoy this game. It is a third-person over-the-shoulder shooter from the guys who make Danganronpa. If you don't know what those are, a lot of people have asked me if I've played it. Yes, I've played every single one. I own every single one. I even have the special edition for the second one. Trust me, I have them all. And I'm really excited for the next one that comes out. But this is a port and a spin-off starring the main character from the first game's sister. And you kind of go around this ruined city, basically fighting off these little Monokumas that are all over the place. There are tons of enemy types. The game itself is pretty big. I mean, there's the maps and stuff, especially if you are a completionist like myself and go around trying to collect all the little magazines and books and stuff like that, because there are collectibles, then you're going to really enjoy this game. I I enjoyed my time with it. I played it on the Vita. I still have it. So, I mean, I guess I could do a short video about it. I mean, the only thing I'd be missing is probably the HD graphics. I don't think they added anything new content-wise to this port. I'll double check on that and see what I can do. Because that's a game I really enjoy. It's a game series I really enjoy. Danganronpa as a whole, especially after the first game, I love that game series. It's great, and I can't wait for the third episode to come out whenever it does this fall, I think. But yeah, it's gonna be great, wonderful little game. And then on the same day, we have Valkyria Revolution. Man, a whole lot of games have been talked about earlier are just randomly here now. It's almost like I planned these things. But Valkyria Revolution is set in the Valkyria franchise. I believe this isn't a spin-off, but it is a departure from the base games. Most people have played Valkyria Chronicles, which was I believe, PS3 title at first. Then it got ported to PS4 and PC. But it was a real-time tactics game where you were set in this kind of steampunky type world with, like, tanks and stuff, but you didn't have, like, modern firearms. You kind of had, like, bolt-action rifles and stuff like that. So, I mean, there weren't, like muskets and stuff like that. So it's a very unique world. I love the world of Valkyria, and I really, really want to get Valkyria Revolution. It's coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and Vita, so this will be the first time the first time a Valkyria game is going to be on an Xbox platform, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how it does, but anyway, getting back to the departure of the gameplay style, Valkyria Revolution is more of an action game than a tactics game. So it's similar kind of in gameplay style to maybe like Senran Kagura is the only thing I can think of. It's not like one of those games where your clothes explode or anything like that. It's a serious game. It's just that's kind of the only thing I can think of. Maybe an Onimusho title like Dynasty Warriors, except not. It's hack and slash, if that makes any more sense than the words I've splat out on this microphone. Basically, it's a hack and slash game. It's a massive departure, and that's had fans kind of split down the middle with this game. Again, I really want to try this game out, see what it's like, and give you guys my opinions of it, but again, kind of don't have the money for it. I wanted to get the collector's edition, which had this cool pin and everything, and just didn't work out. But regardless, I am very interested in Valkyria Revolution, and maybe one day I'll get to pick it up. And then on the 30th, we have Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the PS4. Now, this is kind of a HD port and kind of a sort of remake of the, I believe, 3 Crash Bandicoot games, the first 3. And personally, I never was a big fan of Crash as a kid. Like, I never got into him. I bought I believe the first 2 games on the PS3 with the PS1 backwards compatibility thing or whatever on the PSN, and I thought they were alright. I mean, they weren't really my cup of tea. I think they're kind of a product of their time, and I think that if you have sweet nostalgia for them like I do for like Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that, then you're gonna enjoy these, because again, they're the first 3 games. They're great, you know. And I'm interested to see how this game does, because, I mean, you know, Crash hasn't exactly been around for a long time. I mean, he's kind of gone the way of Spyro, where he's like, cool, I'm over here, Just waiting. And hopefully this does if this does do good, hopefully Activision will be like, cool, let's take Spyro off the Skylanders train and maybe give him an HD remake of some of his older games, because those I actually did play and I really like Spyro. Could I please maybe have like a Spyro game? Please? Please, Activision? It's getting really hard to play your Spyro games because, like, they're on PSN and I don't have a PS3 anymore, so I can't really play them anymore. So, I mean, could you maybe HD remake them, please? I would very much be appreciative of that. But anyway, I really do hope that Crash Bandicoot does good. This will be a good opportunity for those who didn't, play it in its heyday to give it another shot. And who knows, maybe we'll see another Crash Bandicoot in the future someday if this does good enough. But anyway, that's about gonna wrap it up for this month's channel update. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I'll check you guys next month for yet another wonderful, wonderful wrap-up. If you're new to my channel, then hi, how you doing? I'm UltraMag64, the horseman with a plan. And if you want to follow me on the social medias, then my Twitter is linked down below, my Instagram is linked down below, and my Facebook is down below. So you can follow me on pretty much every major platform. And once again, if you want to watch me play a game live, then you can always find me on YouTube Gaming, twitch.tv, or you can find me on Mixer now. If you want to find those links, they are on my channel page, which if you're watching this, you're probably on my channel page, which you can just move that on mouse real up close there to the upper right, and you'll see all those links there. Just click them all. Just click them all. But anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Toodles!